I worked nights as a security guard at a nearly abandoned shopping mall in rural Ohio. The place was dying. Half the stores were closed. The food court had only one restaurant left. Most nights I spent 12 hours alone watching security monitors and walking empty hallways. It was boring. Until the night I saw her. The shift started normally. Around midnight, I sat in the security office drinking coffee and watching the camera feeds. 32 cameras covered every part of the mall. At 12:47 a.m., something moved on camera 12. A woman. She was walking through the east corridor. I sat up immediately. The mall was closed. Nobody should have been inside. She moved slowly. Head down. Long dark hair. Gray coat. No shopping bags. No hurry. Just walking. I grabbed my radio and flashlight. Security check, I muttered. Then I headed toward the east corridor. The walk took less than 2 minutes. But when I arrived, the hallway was empty. Completely empty. No woman. No footsteps. Nothing. I checked every store. Every restroom. Every emergency exit. Nothing. I returned to the office annoyed. Probably a camera glitch. Then I replayed the footage. My stomach tightened. The woman was definitely there. Walking. Breathing. Real. Not a glitch. I rewound again. And noticed something strange. As she passed the jewelry store, she briefly looked directly into the camera. As if she knew it was there. As if she knew I was watching. I shook it off. At 1:18 a.m., she appeared again. This time on camera 7. The north wing. Again I ran there. Again the corridor was empty. I started feeling uneasy. The mall suddenly felt larger than usual. Quieter. Every sound echoed forever. At 1:40 a.m., she appeared on camera 15. Then camera 3. Then camera 19. Always alone. Always walking. Always disappearing before I arrived. I began checking the timestamps. The feeds were live. No recording errors. No delays. The woman was somehow moving through the mall without being seen. By 2 a.m., I was sweating. I locked the office door. I couldn't explain why. Something about her felt wrong. Not supernatural. Just wrong. Like someone playing a game. Then I noticed another detail. Every appearance brought her closer to the security office. Camera 12. Camera 7. Camera 15. Camera 3. Each location formed a path. A path leading directly to me. I stared at the monitors. The realization made my chest tighten. She wasn't wandering. She was navigating. Toward the office. At 2:11 a.m., camera 28 activated. The hallway outside the security room. The woman stood there. Motionless. 20 feet from my door. My heart nearly stopped. I jumped up. Opened the office. The hallway was empty. Again. Nothing. I checked left. Right. Nobody. The corridor stretched silent and deserted. I ran back inside. The monitor still showed her standing there. Watching the office door. Watching me. But she wasn't outside. She was only on the screen. I suddenly understood. The camera wasn't showing where she was. It was showing where she had been. Minutes earlier. Somehow. Someone was manipulating the system. Then the clock reached 2:13 a.m. Every monitor changed at once. All 32 screens flickered. Then displayed the same image. The woman. Standing inside the security office. Behind my chair. I froze. The image wasn't live. It couldn't be. The camera angle came from every camera in the building simultaneously. Impossible. Then I noticed something worse. The timestamp. The footage was dated. 3 months earlier. My blood turned cold. The woman wasn't standing behind my chair. She was standing behind the previous guard. The man whose position I had replaced. The man who had vanished without explanation. The mall management claimed he quit. Nobody ever heard from him again. The footage continued. The guards sat unaware, watching monitors, drinking coffee. Just like me. Then the woman leaned down and whispered something into his ear. He spun around, terrified. The cameras had no audio, but I could see him screaming. Then the footage ended. My hands shook uncontrollably. I searched old security archives. Hours of recordings. Then I found them. Dozens of clips. Different guards. Different years. Always late at night. Always alone. And always the same woman. Standing somewhere behind them. Watching. Waiting. Each guard eventually disappeared. Official reports listed them as resignations, transfers, personal emergencies. But every one of them had vanished. I wasn't watching a stalker. I was watching a pattern. Then my office phone rang. I nearly jumped out of my skin. The caller ID displayed an internal extension, one that had been disconnected years ago. I answered. A woman spoke. Calm. Soft. Turn around. I couldn't move. The voice continued. You've been looking at me all night. My throat closed. Then she said the words that shattered everything. No. A pause. I've been looking at you for 6 months. My eyes drifted toward the personnel file cabinet. The drawer hanging slightly open. A file sticking out. My file. I slowly pulled it out. Inside were hiring forms, background checks, emergency contacts, photographs. Hundreds of photographs. Not taken by me. Of me. Sleeping. Shopping. Eating. Entering my apartment. Leaving work. Going back years. Long before I applied for the job. Long before I came to Ohio. The security position hadn't been random. The mall hadn't hired me. Someone had selected me. Prepared for me. Waited for me. Then the office lights went out. The monitors turned black. And reflected the room behind me like mirrors. For a moment I saw only darkness. Then I saw her reflection. Standing directly behind my chair. Close enough to touch me. I spun around. The room was empty. The police never found anyone. No woman. No fingerprints. No explanation. But they did discover one thing. The employment records showed I wasn't replacing the previous guard. I was listed as the same employee. Same identification number. Same personnel file. Same signature. According to company records, I had been working at that mall for 6 years. Not 6 months. 6 years. And every security photo of the missing guard was me.